What's up, guys? Mark Santiago, CEO and founder of Empowered Man, and welcome to Empowered AF. This is your podcast for men that are going through separation and divorce. Look, some of you don't even realize you're in a toxic situation, like toxic AF. Most of you don't realize that because you're so in the marriage and you don't even know, and you're starting to feel a certain way. So you found this video on YouTube or my podcast or whatever, and you're like, I want to know, am I in a toxic relationship? My wife and I have this joke. We'll be in Newport or we'll be somewhere around the, where a lot of people are. We like to people watch. And I'll have this joke and I'll just kind of like watch a guy with his wife and I'll go, yeah, that guy will be my program in 3 years. And the reason I say that is, it's kind of silly and it's probably judgmental. There's probably a couple of you like, how dare you? But here's the thing is that when I watch people and how they interact, especially husbands and wives, you can see where there's toxicity very easily. And if you're on the outside looking in, you can easily see it. But when you're on the inside, you're probably not aware of all the toxic stuff that's happening. Today, what I want to do is I want to talk about three different signs you are being toxic in your marriage, and you probably are not aware. Most men are unaware of any of that stuff. And if you're a woman watching this, cool, you can learn from it, but my people are guys. And so that's specifically who I'm going to be talking to, but you can take away from this just as much if you're a woman as well. The very first one I want to talk about is from a proverb where it says, the little foxes spoil the vine. That means that there's always these little foxes that spoil the grapevines. It was a proverb from back in the day. I don't even have all the full context. But when I started to understand how that works in a relationship, it's really about the little things that are present. So little foxes that are present in your marriage, like criticism, unforgiveness, little offenses. And what happens is they start to stack up and build up in your heart, your wife's heart, and over time that becomes a breakdown. Marriages aren't broken down over one big thing. That's why a lot of people think, oh, it's the affair that killed the marriage. No, it wasn't the affair that killed the marriage. It was the buildup of all the foxes around it. Yes, obviously an affair can hurt a marriage and destroy a marriage, for sure, 100%. But what usually comes with it are all the other things that we're gonna talk about today in the toxicity of a marriage. You have to look at what is present in your marriage right now. Are there little offenses that are happening between the two of you and they're going unsaid, they're going untalked about? So that's why I always say, number one, you gotta check your heart. You've gotta set your intentions towards keeping a fresh slate and not letting things build up. If your wife is doing things to hurt you, doing things to offend you, you as a man have to learn how to communicate with her. You have to learn how to say, hey, when you do that, it hurts my feelings. Or when this happens, it hurts me. Men struggle with this because it makes us feel very immature. It makes us feel like little boys who can't speak. It's like we're talking to our mom or something and we're just like, mommy, and we just struggle with it. Instead of just being honest and saying, this is what I feel. We feel exposed, and men don't like to feel exposed. It makes us feel weak. It makes us feel powerless. But in reality, in a marriage and in a relationship, when you're honest and vulnerable, you become powerful. That vulnerability leads to connection, and that's what your wife is craving from you. So if you're not giving her emotional connection, you've lost her. You lose her heart because that's what she craves more than anything. Yes, sex is a part of it. Yes, how you talk to her and feel whatever. Like all those things are a part of it. It's the emotional connection, though, that's the glue that keeps the marriage together. But if those little foxes are present, you've got to get rid of them. You've got to get rid of them. You can't let those build up. So here's one way that you can do that. You can ask your wife, hey, have I done anything lately that's hurt your feelings or made you feel unloved? Ask her that. And I guarantee you, she will either shut down or she'll tell you. And if she tells you, don't get defensive, because that's the next thing, is you don't love your wife. I know I just said that. The toxicity in your marriage will come when you don't love your wife and you say, well, I love my wife. Okay, let me ask you this. Does she feel cared for? Does she feel valued? Does she feel heard and understood? Because if your wife does not feel loved, if she does not feel cared for, you need to check yourself. Do you actually love your wife or do you love you? This is a hard question for every man to answer. And that is because a lot of times we make love about ourselves, not the other person. We say, well, I do this for her, I do this, I do this. Yeah, but are you doing it to get something in return? Are you transactional? Are you only listening because she listened to you, but you're not really listening? Maybe you just stopped talking, but you're not actually listening to her. Or maybe you don't listen at all to her unless you've been able to share, unless you've been able to get your point across, because your point is so much more important. Here's the thing is that when your wife shares her feelings, do you shut her down? Or do you make her feel like she's crazy? It's called gaslighting. I see this all the time. And again, this is what I'm talking about. I've observed these types of behaviors with men over the years, and I've done it myself. This isn't just all these other people. I have done this myself many, many times. And it's a constant check of my own heart is, do I love my wife? Because loving my wife looks different for a woman than it does for a man. So when your wife is sharing her feelings, are you actually listening to her because you want her to feel heard and understood? Or are you listening to her just to get your point across? Are you making her feel like she's crazy because of her feelings and emotions? Oh, you're just on your period. Oh, you just must be the time of month. Oh, you're just crazy, woman. Or are you actually making her feel heard and understood and validating what she feels? These are skills that take most men years to develop. That's why I created my Thrive program for men to develop those skills in the first 30 days of working with us. And they start to understand like how to communicate with their wife in a very, very powerful way that doesn't just get your point across, but makes her feel heard and understood. It makes her feel loved because he values her. And that's when you can say, yeah, I love my wife. And the final part of this is this: you aren't vulnerable with your feelings. You aren't vulnerable. I see this all the time with men. They don't know how to be vulnerable with their feelings. And by that lack of vulnerability, it disconnects you from your wife. Your wife is searching for, she's craving for emotional connection. That emotional connection is what allows her to give you her heart. And if you're not vulnerable back with your heart, it's a one-way street. Men are very focused on physical. Women are very focused on emotional to lead to physical. Men want physical to lead to emotional. And so it's almost like we're backwards and we have to meet each other in the middle. And if you want to be a leading, serving kind of man, if you want to be an empowered man, that's how empowered men live. They live from a place of vulnerability, as scary as it is, to recognize that's what leads to true emotional connection. And that bond becomes stronger. So you say, Mark, why should I do that? Because look, if your marriage is toxic, it's on the brink of falling apart. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe 5 years from now. I don't know. But you're going to go through it. And your wife potentially will pull away. Or you'll get to a place where she's so emotionally disconnected from you that she cheats or something happens where you just go, why are we even doing this anymore? It really comes back to you, man. Do you want a fulfilling marriage? Do you want a fulfilling life? Then living empowered is the best way to do it. Where you're vulnerable with your feelings. You make your wife feel heard and understood because you show her your love, and you're not allowing those little foxes, those little offenses, those little criticisms, unforgiveness, etc. to stack up on top of each other. And you don't become the kind of man that's like, all of a sudden coming to me, begging me for my help. How do I get my wife back? What do I do? Oh my goodness, my life is falling apart. And we help you go, dude, you've got to get empowered. It's time to stop being a victim. It starts to take ownership of yourself and what you're going through.